All right, we have another perfect square trinomial. This one does not start with a 1. This one starts with something other than a 1. The leading coefficient is not equal to 1. So this is going to be AC method. So I will come over here. I will do A times C, which is 16 times 25. And that's going to give me 400. And then I'm listing all of the possible factors of 400. 1 and 400, 2 and 200. And you want to list them all. Now this step may take a minute or two to list every one. Eventually, I'm going to get down to 20 times 20. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. 20 times 20 multiply to give me 400, and they add to give me 40. Now I'm going to use this to split up the middle term, and in this case it's a negative 40x, so this needs to be negative 20x minus 20x. That gives me a negative 40x. All right. Let's rewrite our problem, split up the middle term, negative 20x minus 20x. First term drops down, 16x squared plus 25. All right, now we've done greatest common factor, factor by grouping. We've done this factor by grouping before. So you have your red and your blue, Spider-Man. Looking at the first group, what do they have in common that I can factor out? And it's going to be 4x. And I will be left with 4x minus 5. Drop down this middle sign. And then what I'm going to take out of the red group is a negative. And what can I take out? A negative 5. And I will be left with 4x minus 5 after I divide that out. Now, am I happy? Yep. See how this and this are the same? These two are the same, and that makes me happy. So I can take that 4x minus 5 out in the front. 4x minus 5. And then what am I left with after these are moved out? I'm left with 4x minus 5. So when I take this out in the front, I'll be left with 4x minus 5. Now the reason that it's in this section with these special products is because this is the same thing twice. It really was a perfect square trinomial. That's a perfect square. That's a perfect square. If I took the square root and the square root 4 times 5 and doubled it, I would get the 40. But that's a lot to remember. So all we have to know about this problem is that it's AC method. And if you've done the homework with the AC method, you should be able to go through this pretty quickly.